I just got back to the boat from driving the guys to a semblance of a dock on the dinghy for the first time. Well, I'm stressed out. And the coffee, this brand of coffee makes me like so acidy. It's horrible. So I can't even drink some coffee to chill, even though that's not what coffee does. But yeah. First of all, the dock is like in shambles, and not far and about, like the waves are starting to crash at the furthest out end, which means it's really shallow. And the dinghy, so I drop them off, get up there okay, just fine, you know, drop them off, and then I have to try and get out, and the waves are pushing me to shore, and I can't get turned around, and I keep getting rushed ashore, and when you go in reverse and then try again, and then reverse and try again, and oh, it's horrible. I'm shaken up. Yeah, I wish we had a better landing spot, because I don't know how they're going to. They had to climb on like the supporting beams that hold the, you know, they had to climb on these and walk on these for like half the dock, because there were no these. Yeah. Now I'm standing by on channel 17, and I have to go back and get them.
I'm Carlie, and this is Brady. In early 2020, we sold our house and most of our possessions and took our first big leap into living our vagabond dreams. We recently hiked 800 miles of the Appalachian Trail, and now we are purchasing a sailboat to start sailing around the world, all while capturing a creative journal of the journey. We hope to inspire you to live your own dreams. Subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Got some calming tea. Maybe I'll make some lavender chamomile tea instead and try to relax. But we're here. They're headed to get dinghy fuel, because we're going to attempt to use the dinghy to steer this boat to a marina 9 nautical miles that way. So we'll see how that goes. Thankfully it won't have to be the propulsion, because the propulsion on this boat works. It just has to be the steerage. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Now I need to figure out, like, just chill until they radio and say that they're on their way back. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it.
We are steering the sailboat. Since we don't have a rudder, we're steering the sailboat with the dinghy.
I spy a massive fish. Don't know what it is. If you do, let us know. He's just hanging out. Oh, he just did something with his mouth. Yeah, it's massive. Yeah. What you doing?
We made it to the dock yesterday in Puerto Real.
Sorry.
Got a slip here. And did nothing yesterday because we were all exhausted. But now it is time to clean
And it
up
was
the
good.
boat. Yeah, it was really good to just do nothing. But it's time to clean up the boat after the trek. And right now, yeah, it's a wreck. So Captain is doing a bunch of laundry and washing all the towels. I'm working on cleaning out the fridge because you should
Oh, is
film
it
that.
bad?
Because that smells awful.
I've gagged more than once. It's
bad.
you're be very glad it's not smell-o-vision.
No smell-o-vision. But this is a bilge pump hose here, and I'm not getting any suction, so I've already checked for a clog down there where it touches the water. There's no clog there, so the next step is to clean out a filter. So I will. Here's the bilge pump that goes out to sea, but this filter right here comes from the fridge, and so I've got to open that filter up and clean it. Oh, that smells awful. That smells real bad. Can I have some paper towels?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to the ocean to cleanse this up. I don't want my feet.
And up now, we have the new sport of pelican diving. The kicker is, you have to be a pelican to be able to participate. That was a beautiful solo run here. Let's see how this duet fares. Ah, smashing. I did hear that pelicans tend to starve to death from going blind because of how forcefully they hit the water. Don't know how true this is, but it sure is entertaining and hopefully doesn't hurt them. After all of our craziness and finally getting to the marina and then having some rest, we decided to rent a car and see a bit more of Puerto Rico. At first, we tried to go to a lighthouse. It was closed. Couldn't do it. So we ended up in this very colorful little town of Boquerón. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But it was pretty empty, I imagine, for what it would have been like, in a less COVID year. But it was decorated for Christmas, which was interesting to see, palm trees and Christmas. But it was really colorful. There were murals all over the place. A lot of the little shops were painted in bright, fun colors. I did film some of the art. I don't know who did it. I tried to make sure and get their little tag in there. So if you happen to see art that you did, please leave a comment. I am sure that everybody would like to hear that. But yeah, we walked around, found places to eat. I know Dwayne ate at several of those little pop-up food vendors. Just walked around. No rhyme or reason, just exploring and seeing what the town had to offer. We walked over a little bridge here. It does actually open, even though it basically sits on the water, but it does open for those massive yachts to get back there. Also, beach hanging out is not open in Puerto Rico when we were there, so yeah. But then,
Yeah, they're
after
massive.
seeing a bit of city life, we ventured to a random spot we found on the side of the road. You know, Google Earth search. That is a waterfall. And when you venture into the rainforest, you get rained on. This is bamboo, and we were talking about it there. It was huge. I mean, some of it was like 6 inches in diameter. So yeah, really big bamboo. This is Playa Escalera, or Steps Beach, or Tres Palmas. It has all 3 of those names. Tres Palmas is a very popular surf location. It is near Rincon, and there is also whale watching and supposedly sea turtles. There were snorkelers in the water, but we just walked along the beach and enjoyed the views.
Wait till you can see.
Meet Patty. She is one of our Instagram followers, and she reached out when she saw that we were in Puerto Rico and said, "Hey, I live here. Come hang out." And so we were like, yes, please, let's do it. Let's explore San Juan and spend the day. So that's what we did. She took us to this fort. We are in Old San Juan, walking up to this fort. Can you tell us what it's called?
It's called El Morro, and then it was we guarded by the Spaniards, but then we got attacks from the English and the French, and
Finally, the Dutch attack of 1625.
There you go.
yeah. El Morro.
And it looks open, so we're gonna find out if we can explore it a bit. But it's cool. Will you tell the story of the trees again?
Oh, all this was lined up by trees from there all the way there, and it was beautiful. But then when the king and queen of Spain came to visit, they chopped everything down because they said that when they built the fort, the trees were not there, so they wanted to keep it like it used to be. And a lot of people here in Puerto Rico got really upset about that, including me.
Yeah. Yep. Which is pretty to imagine it being like that, and sad that there's no trees anymore. The little island you see in this shot is actually where they used to send people who had leprosy. Fun little fact. Castillo San Felipe del Morro has stood watch over San Juan Harbor since 1539. To pass through these gates is to step into the past.
This used to be a lighthouse.
Also, unfortunately, the fort was actually closed, so we only walked around the outside grounds area. When I see old places like this, it makes me think, like, what did it look like in its fresh prime, you know? It was just built. What did the walls look like? How is it decorated? Was it decorated? Was it cold? Probably not here. It's probably hot. Did those stones, like, keep you cool? Yeah. What was it coated in? What color was it? Just startled these two. Little lizards. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to. Yeah.
llamar patriótico, arde tu corazón, que no será simpático, y el ruido del
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a house. Such a narrow house. Oh my gosh. All the way back. That means it's less than 6 feet wide.
This place claims to be the birthplace of the pina colada. I just love the blue sky, yellow house with the green and pink of the flowers.
Oh, I'm impressed. Who's guiding us?
Lastly, a fun little shop before we finish up our time in Puerto Rico and then hop on a plane back to Florida, where we start all of the really fun boat processes.
Sorry guys. Excuse us. Yeah.
Go.
Oh look, the babies are following us.